well, look at this. It's happened before. The last time this happened, Lewis got married. We were in Lewis's wedding and they said to us the road was flooded and we said, no, it's not flooded. It is. Lou, look at this road. Look at this, look at this. Look, can you see it? This happens very, very rarely. Look at that, look at the road flooded. Wow. That's how it's been hoofing it down for such a long time. We've got to be very careful now. Get the pumps ready. Yeah. What happens is it comes up the road. It comes from up the road. It can't get away fast enough, and the whole of the road and the village, it'll be flowing across the crossroads, flowing all the other roads. Look at this idiot here in the middle. It'll be flowing down the road. Yeah, so I better get there. And I bet you the back's flooded. Oh yeah, the back could be flooded. Ooh, it hasn't happened like this. We haven't had it this flooded since Lewis got married. What year did you get married, Lou? How long ago? We were in Lewis's wedding. This is only the second time we've seen it this. We've been here 25 more years. Yeah. Look at this. Oh, we're gonna have fun today. So this is what we've got to watch out for, that the water doesn't get into the garden and flood the garden. I have had it in the past. I've had to dig a hole here and stick a pump in it to pump it out of here. But this has come up and the grass has come up, so but just keep an eye on this. And we have been flooded. It's 15 years ago. It came up, this was a wooden floor, and it came in and it flooded in here. It didn't actually flood the room, but it came underneath the floor, under the floorboards. But of course, we've put a concrete floor in here now, haven't we? So this is a solid block. So we'll just have to keep an eye on this, and we've raised this step here. Let me show you, hold on. Yeah, in the past, this has come up. In the past, it flooded in there. We had an insurance claim on it. See this step here? This step here was never that high. You used to step down out the house, and the manhole used to flood. There's a manhole under here, and it used to bubble up. So we stopped that from happening. We put a step, we created a new step here, so now it doesn't bubble under and it just comes out somewhere else.
But don't forget the field's already been done, hasn't it?
Yeah, there was a valve in the field that was knackered for years and years. Like a one-way, or they fitted a one-way valve. But the sewerage used to come up out the lid. So the cure was, water's a funny thing.
You might as well go that way.
No, I got the front.
Save you walking through when you come back.
Oh, all right then. So, if you've got a manhole that fills, just bring the lid of the manhole higher up, and then it'll just find another level. It'll come out somewhere below this level, because it doesn't come out of here yet. Don't worry, I got my wellies on. It's coming. This is why we put this, it's very close to the edge there, but it's enough of a fall for it to escape. You don't need much to get it moving. Yeah, it is on a, it's funny. The only thing you know that's level is water. It's a very odd, I need yard keys. Do you see how this flows that way? You can see that, but it also flows down here. So let's see, can you see how far the garage is? This will only go so high and then it escapes. I have always thought of digging a trench down there and putting a gutter in it, but boy oh boy, it's a lot of money to do. Plus it's a lot of money to do, plus it's not actually our ground, so you know. But yeah, if it caused that much of a problem, so come on, let me show you how we've cured it over the years, you know. Let me go and get some keys. Can you see how close it is to the top? We could do with bringing that up slightly, but it doesn't really matter. I'll tell you what happens is vehicles wash. It's the wash that damages that. This is okay, that's waterproof. I don't know if you remember, we put this edge on here because it used to come through and break through here. If it gets worse, it will tend to try and break through here, but if you remember, I redid it again, didn't I? A few winters ago, and sealed all the bottom there. I reckon we're going to get a few breakdowns with these idiots. Oh, look at this! Like being by the sea. It's been a lot higher. It's got a long way to go till it's at its maximum, and it's eased off on the rain because it floods up there. It comes from that bridge. I'll show you that in a minute. But anyway, look. There's a fair old flow coming down here, isn't there? A fair old flow. Yeah. We'll make a paper boat. Come on, let's check the back out. Because, you know, it happens very rarely, but it does happen. So we have done things over the years. We have done things over the years to prepare ourselves for it. Raised this floor twice. I think we did it the first time. It didn't work. It does come here, but because it's escaping, it doesn't come much higher. So this is okay. Now remember, the yard years ago used to flood like mad, and you'll understand then. Do you remember when we were building the greenhouse? We had lots of, still here, look. We've got lots of, we had gravel, didn't we, on the floor? And we picked up the gravel, look at it. It's fair unflooded here. Yeah. What I did, I raised it with gravel, see? But I've used the gravel in here. Maybe we could do with a couple of tons of that. If you've got a water problem, it's an escapage of water. If water comes up and it's a puddle you can't get rid of, well, just, you know, I always look at a place with a gravel drive. Now I always think, they've got a water flooding problem. Yeah. So, yeah, very, very rarely comes this high. But look, showing itself, isn't it? Come on, let's go through to the garage. We've lifted the garage twice. That's why this is nice and high. Let's have a look. Yeah, nice and dry in here, look. It doesn't come any further. But we have raised this floor 2 or 3 times. This was quite bad. This floor was low, and it used to flood all the way up to here. One time, when it flooded like this, it used to flood all the way up to here. And then I did the edges, didn't I? I brought the edges up, and it still used to flood in here. It was only the last, when we did the extension and that, do you remember, we lifted the floor. This is the reason we lifted the floor out of here. So this is away from the water. Yeah. Wow. So it's not going to come in here. This is well high. Ideally, it would be nice to fill this, but you've got this edge here. And trouble is, that was before the tents, because this was an open area with the vans and stuff, wasn't it? So you tend to carry the stones out, so that don't help things. Really, ideally, you just want one big concrete slab in here. Stop the water from getting into it. Anyway, let's have a look at the car. I think we did a mistake. I think we should have bought a boat instead of a car. Look, it's really deep. In this corner here now, there's no gravel. So this is the last deep corner in the yard. Do you remember I did that step there? Well, that was the reason for that step. Look, it's really deep down here. There's nothing we knew about. Just money. The problem is, I could put gravel here And I should have put gravel here years ago because it would have been cheaper. So it was the same as the wall. What I spent on the wall in wood and it rotted away. I should have done it in concrete at the time, but of course it's all money, isn't it? This is the last patch to make waterproof. And because it's outside, do you really want to spend all that money bring this up? I might send off, I might do that. Because the good thing is if you put this stuff down, the water soon disappears. It allows you to walk around in it. And then when the water goes down, of course it goes through the stone, doesn't it, and disappears. So it's cheaper than putting a concrete floor. So I always, if a house has got a stone drive, I always think, oh, what goes on when it rains? Yeah. Anyway, let's go check out the road. We know, we've been here long enough. We know exactly where it's coming from and how it reacts. So when this was the factory, will we get around it? When this was the factory, it used to collect all on that surface, and it used to come off the roofs of the buildings onto the floor. It used to come to the floor and used to come this way. That's why they look. We're getting quite deep here. This is why we put the ramp in here, look. Yeah, and the step. Hold on. How are we doing? And you think it's coming from the field. It's not coming. Yeah, right, I'm going in for a cup of tea. So I've sort of got to come out to you fairly, because within an hour this will be gone. If it stops raining, it stops raining now. So let's see how far we got to go before one of these idiots drown us. Let's go that way. Let's go that way. Because there is a get out up here. We can go into Lorna's garden before someone comes and drowns us. Oh, it's quite deep. Oh, blimey. It's halfway up the valley. Oh, we're on the pavement now. We've got to be careful. It does. It's got a long way to go. I'm going to go, in case a car comes, I'm going to go up here and steal my neighbour's path for a minute. Ooh. Keep dry. Right, let's go over here. Do you see, they knew what they were doing. All this is all material they added to the house has grown that big. See, the water's been up here. You can see the sort of tide line, is it called? Come on. So it's been worse in the night. Yeah. Let's get past here before they drown us. Let's go and have a look at the brook up here. It does escape. We've got a brook. You won't believe how far down this brook is. I think it's just more of like the guttering system. Yeah. Hold on. Live on that scene. There we are. Oh yeah. It's fairly full, but it's got a long way to go. It's got a hell of a long way to go. We've seen it above. We've seen this above this bridge. Yeah. And there's plenty of escapage. The ground goes away. Fair enough. So there is room for it to escape. It's just trapped where we are. Look. Yeah. These things you've got to think about when you're you don't see how it is. You're just in a little, and it's just the drainage. You just want one drain somewhere to get blocked with leaves or whatever for it not to escape. As you can see now through the camber of the road. How the camber of the road goes down that way, and the houses are down in the dip, aren't they? Yeah, it's but as fast as it comes, well, there's a bit of a puddle up there. Look, they're going around something. Another bit of a puddle there. But now you notice how much of a drop. This will start breaking through here, coming this way, we're nowhere near as bad as we have been. So, but it's, I think last time it just rained all day. It was heavy rain all day. So come on, let's take you to the end of the road. Let's have a look at that. And part where this water's coming from, I'll show you. Things I do to get content for you lot. Oh, there must be another step somewhere. There must be another step somewhere. The things I do to get content for you lot. Right, let's see if we can get. It's quite deep here. Yeah, quite a deep little valley here. You can see the climb of the ground now, can't you? And the slope. And it doesn't really come to light until you get to a position like here where you're flooding. So let's go and have a look. Let's go and have a look. See, look, the water is flowing that way. I've come here because I don't want these idiots to spray me. I want somewhere to run out the way. Lewis and Dawn, one of the neighbours were getting married, Lewis and Dawn, and it was 2017. So the last time this had happened in our memory was 2017. And look, see which way it's flowing? It's flowing into the street, look. Can you see? It's flowing towards that low ground. And I'll show you, it's quite a good flow that side of the road. It was 2017, Lewis and Dawn was getting married, and we were getting the phone calls, and we didn't believe them. It's one of those things, isn't it? It's quite a high hump here over this bridge. Let's have a look at this bridge. Oh, this is full. Oh wow. This is a hell of a height. Remind me to come back here tomorrow or the day after. Because once this lot, look, you idiots. Yeah, thank you for going around. That is seriously deep. Well, you can tell you, look, steps to go down. So you know how deep that is, don't you? Wow, that's a lot of water. That is a lot of water, that's really full. Yeah. Still flowing, look. It's still flowing into the street. You don't know. Yeah. Once this has happened to you, when you look at buying a house, you take these sort of things into consideration. But look, it's flowing down the street. Just the lay of the land. Come on, let's go up there a bit. So it's not only got to deal with the stuff that's going on and around, it's because look at the speed. Look at the speed of this. It's all going down the puddle near our house. Yeah, this is what's causing the problem. And it's just the lay of the land, slightly uphill up there. I heard a bang. Do you remember we saw that? I think the manhole's gone. It blows the manhole out the ground here. You see, look, it's lifting that manhole. That will get higher. Get out the way of the car. Oh look, the manhole has already gone. Half of that corner of that manhole, the triangle of that manhole has already gone. Only because I'm here filming, they're messing it with. You see? And let's try this end. It's from there, all coming down. Stones. Oh, poor motorcyclist. That's what you've got to watch out for if you're a biker. That'd have you off. Come on, go a bit further. You see the lay of the land? Can you see how steep? Look, until you get to watch it, that's quite a drop down into our street. And it comes and it crosses. Can you see? We've just seen the end of it. It comes from that road up there. See what it's doing? It's crossing the water. Can you see the water flowing? The water is coming down that street and this street, and it's got nowhere to go. It's funneling its way into our street. So when it really hoofs down and doesn't give in, and like I say, you don't really put a thought to it, you don't really think about it until you've lived in such a situation. And then obviously next time I buy the next house, I'll be taking in these things into sort of consideration. Can you see it? It's flowing, it's coming down there, it's coming down here, it's crossing the road, look. What can you see? Look, it's crossing the road because it's nice and wide. It's a shallow. There's still a lot of water. But can you see there? Look, you can see the water. You see the water flowing. You see it? Look, and it's flowing into our street. Plus the manhole is flowing into our street. It stops raining. You know how early now. You give it an hour, it'll all be gone, and you wouldn't even know about it. Yeah. So you ring the water board, you say, blah blah blah, got a flood. Fair play, the water board come out as quick as they can, which is a couple of hours, say, and the water's gone. Turns you into a liar. Yeah. So watch these cars. See. They're going down, look. They're down into the street. And it's just, water will do what it wants to do, won't it? Water will go to the lowest point. Yeah. It's, like I say, it don't happen often, and you got to catch it or else it's here, because it comes and goes. And the neighbours say, oh, it was terrible. Now look, it's getting away here, look. It's, what the hell's happening now? But I wouldn't be surprised with this here. Well, it's got to, in it. Whatever's going in this gutter has got to be going that way downhill. So maybe, because I know there's big tanks in the back of the fields, you know, waterboard tanks. But look at the flow. Look at the flow on that water. Oh my God. But it'll all go away. Yeah. It'll all stop. As soon as it stops, it just sort of empties itself pretty quick. I'm guessing until this goes down, that stuff down there is going to struggle to join further down somewhere, isn't it? Yeah. But the worst of the rain has stopped. It might come again. But yeah, for now the worst of the rain has stopped. And I can put my wellies away. Ooh, my wellies. Drive into a jump into this driveway. They're behaving themselves, not too bad. We're all right. Will we make it? This one's a bit of a strayer. All right, here we are. Nice and steady. Let's get to the next refuge, shall we call it? Are we going to make it? Come on. Is that on? Yeah. Are we going to make it to the next dodging in point? It's coming down already, look. Yeah. It's coming down already. No big deal. We just want them to conk out, don't we? Oh, blimey. Yeah, it's flowing away nicely, isn't it? It's flowing away nicely. Now it's easing, isn't it? These drains work well. They're just getting overwhelmed, that's all. This side is beginning to ease a bit. Yeah. So it's like a flash in a pan, really. But yeah, it's nice to be here to fix it. Yeah, that's the right way to come through. We haven't had any breakdowns yet. Don't worry, they'll come. The idiots haven't woken up yet, so you remember this was grass. This used to flood. This has come up as well. This is on top, so just every time you do a job, don't make it lower, make it higher. Loud in the front, in my wellies, round the back, she says. See, nature will always stop this from going over the edge there now, look. Yeah, we did kill the moss. We could do coming back and killing the moss again. and scraping it all up. It'll just help that flow that little bit. Yeah, it'll be gone within look, gone within an hour.
Look at the mad devil. Look at him. Look.
What? Fascinating.
He's got his wellies on, thank goodness.
What? I'm telling the story.
The legend is getting wet.
He's getting wet.
Look at him, he's bloody mad out there. It's absolutely raining cats and dogs. And he's out there with the camera. Oh my God.